Hi, friends. It's me. It's me. Your favorite voice actress slash streamer. Yeah, you definitely can't. You definitely can't watch this one, Phoebe. You will hella get spoiled on Paranormasight. But I can let you know when I'm down to drawing, because that's coming up afterwards. Probably in like, I want to say like 2 to 3 hours. Just so I don't like go overboard. But you never know. I might just feel the vibe, and I might feel the voice acting and stuff, you know. But yeah, I'm not gonna put it off for too much longer. It's Paranormasight time. I hope you enjoy doing your Japanese. Watch something fun and tell me about it later. Read some more graded readers. I gotta start doing that for Korean at some point. Hehe. Yeah, I was gonna start streaming like an hour ago, and then I just got lost in the Korean source. The way they change consonants depending on like depending on stuff. It's fucking insane. Anyway, Paranormasight. As per usual. Just the game, because I don't want to ruin this with any stuff on the outside. It's Paranormasight. Do we still have stickers on the bottom? Do we still have stickers? I'm gonna turn the auto button display off. Mockingbirds. Number 6 is on the seabed. What does it look like? Oh, they don't show you the shape, of course. Okay. So there is one sticker here, which should be denoted by a little question mark somewhere. But like, I'm pretty sure I've been like most places here. Like, cause there can't be too much, like, there can't be too much stuff out near the edges of the area. Oh, there, I found, discovered. Hey. This is as far as the rope will reach. No, it's not. I'm telling you, it's not. Oh, what if I swim? Let's go. A sticker. Ka-ching! All right, now we can leave. We can learn more mockingbird lore. Nothing gathered. Mockingbird 6 discovered. The Gull Father. Amazing. All right. On the story chart. Here he is. The Gull Father. The second in command of the Ocean Outlaws hooligan gang, this sharp-feathered bird is instantly recognizable by the chic black band on his tail feathers. Beneath his sunglasses, his sharp red-rimmed eyes are constantly focused on the top spot in the gang, and these ambitions have led him to scheme with others in an attempt to exploit any cracks they can find in Albatross Boss's overwhelming charisma. The Albatross Boss. Here he is. The Gull Father hates him. Alright. First. The residents of Kamishima are extremely against Yuza becoming an armor diver. User believes that the hidden secret behind his deceased mother, Mari Minakuchi, is the reason for this, and that it is also the key to finding the mermaid, so he begins a full-scale search. Of course. I have some delicious creaming soda here that's probably like half flat already. Could be worse, I guess. True. If there's any time to ask about your mum, it's now. I think we should see what old man Wakamura and Tsuyu have to say about all this, too. Yeah, assuming Gran agrees to talk about it anyway. I have so many choices. Okay, firstly, let's go talk to Grandma. We're gonna get blocked. Welcome back, user. Oh, and Azami's here too. This is generic grandma voice, like number 101. Thanks for having me. You two went out diving today, didn't you? How'd it go? You got a decent haul? Gran, about that. I was all set to enjoy the next stage of my life as an armor diver, but I found myself on forced leave the very day of my grand debut. Goodness, did something happen? Oh my, Chie and the others said all that. I don't remember the voice that I did for Chie. If I were you, I wouldn't pay them any mind. You're not breaking any rules, are you? You sure it's okay? No point fretting over pointless details, is what I always say. Minakuchi Tsuyu. Alright, tell me about Tsuyu Minakuchi. She's 63. Yuzo Minakuchi's paternal grandmother and a former armor diver, born in the Taisho period. She has a relaxed and broad-minded nature, but her tendency not to concern herself with the finer details often makes those around her uneasy. Although now retired due to health issues, she was one of the best armor divers on Kamishima, especially in her younger days, during which she had a fierce rivalry with Chie Toyama, also known as Chie the Mermaid. Later years saw them reconcile, and they could often be seen talking and laughing together at the diver's hut while grilling their catches. She lost her husband in the war when her son, Tosuke Minakuchi, was 3 years old. I don't know anything about Tosuke. He's just kind of been dead the entire time. I must have underestimated just how deep tensions ran. I never imagined they'd still be that hostile towards her. I thought things would have calmed down by now for sure. I'm sorry, Yusa. That's okay, Gran. Not being allowed to dive isn't the end of the world or anything. But are you sure there isn't a reason no one wants to talk about Mom? Well, no reason I can think of. I'd like to get to the bottom of things there if possible. It's going to affect my life here if I don't, and I'd like to clear Mum's name too. If you don't mind me saying, it does seem pretty weird that people would be this upset just by Yusa coming back to Kamishima. You sure there's not some particular reason they don't like the thought of him going out diving? Well, no reason I can think of. The exact same answer as before. She's determined to pretend she doesn't know. I'm gonna say if this was a Phoenix Wright game, I'd have the the screen would just go like all monochrome and it would show me the heart lock, just like. Gran, I know you've always been reluctant to talk about Mum, but I'm not a child anymore. Isn't it about time you told me the truth? You really can't think of any reason why everyone had such a problem with Mum? I'm gonna have to present evidence. Well, or maybe she'll just say right now. All right, I'll be honest with you. Mare wasn't actually human. Huh? You mean we were right? Are you for real? Wait, don't tell me you believe that. Can't you boys take a joke? I was obviously kidding. Did all that seawater pickle your common sense? Damn. Wait, you were joking? Of course I was. I thought I'd mess around a bit and see if I could get a rise out of you, but you sure turned the tables on me. Turning a prank around on me like that. I have nothing more to teach you, young user. Oh, And here I fell for it hook, line, and sinker. That's no good. She's set on giving us the slip. We're not gonna get anything more out of her like this. Maybe she'd be more willing to talk if we had more information. Information. So, how did your dive out in the bay go? The dive went perfectly. You may know me only as your grandson user. But in truth, I'm a living legend, Kamashima's patron saint of diving. Well now, that does sound impressive. I was going to leave it at that, but you're serious, aren't you? You've improved by leaps and bounds since I last saw you. Why, if I was to put it in numbers, you'd be rank 18. Wow, you can tell all that just by looking at me? Your grand's been around the armor diving block, you know. There's nothing more I can teach you. You'll make a fine armor diver, user. Thanks, Gran. I'll do you proud as your successor. But I've been forbidden from diving for now, so it seems like my life as an armor diver will have to wait. No need to fret. I'm sure that'll sort itself out in time. I don't know about that. Your grandma's the same as ever, huh? Whatever the case, I'm happy you've chosen to follow in my footsteps, user. Good thing I thought to keep Mare's outfit, eh? Yeah, but I don't know how I feel about being able to fit in my mom's clothes at this age. You never did get any taller after middle school, did you? Damn, as my constant diet of fresh seafood meant nothing. It's nothing you need to worry about, user. Doesn't make you any less charming. Of playing as a little feminine twink. Do you have any diving advice for me, Gran? Advice, eh? Let me see. If you're looking to get a higher score in a single dive, you should focus on gathering everything you can, even the small fry. Getting 10 or 15 will earn you a bonus to your final score. If you manage to nab a big catch, switching your focus to bringing in as many small catches as possible should net you a good result. You know what? I figured that out myself last time. Perfect harvest. Yeah. Yes, aim for a large haul. Total of 10 or more will give you 1.5 times, and total of 15 or more will net you 1.8 times your original store. Okay, sure. You wouldn't happen to have any other diving tips for me, would you? Well now, bold as brass, aren't we? But I'm glad you're keen to learn. Let me see. Sometimes you come across areas when diving that are simply brimming with sea creatures. I call them bountiful zones. Ah, the benthic zone, huh? I'd love to see it. On the other hand, areas with lots of starfish are usually picked clean with no sea creatures to speak of. I call those places barren zones. So the more starfish there are, the less sea creatures there'll be. Got it. A whopper of a catch could still be hiding in a barren zone, of course. Always keep an eye on your surroundings. You're telling me about bountiful and barren zones? Okay, interesting. I wonder if that means that barren zones are more likely to have bigger catches. Sorry I had to leave early today to go diving, Gran. Was everything okay? How are you feeling? Well, I didn't have much pep in my step today, but it's fine because Sato came over this morning. She really is a saint, always helping me out with the cooking and cleaning like that. Again? Gran, I know you're fond of her, but you shouldn't rely on her too much. I didn't know Sato was coming over to help out here. Yeah, she and Gran became friends recently. Before I knew it, she was coming over every so often. Sato's such a nice young lady. She even chats with me about all the latest TV drama developments. She's a bit naive in some ways, but she's a quick learner. Remembers everything I tell her almost instantly. Huh. I had no idea. I said she could relax here a while, but she left early today. I'm glad you're having fun, but make sure to thank her properly sometime, alright? Of course, of course. I'm always happy to help you. There's no need to depend on others so much. I know, but if someone has to help me get things done, I'd rather it was a lovely young girl, you know. And besides, she does a much better job at cooking and cleaning than you do, user. See, I do my best to be a good grandson, and this is the thanks I get. We're going out again for a bit, Gran. Got it. You two take care, okay? Alright, we need more info. Wakamura, what do you got for me? Oh shit. You two again? What are you doing here? Chie's here too. We're chatting about something important right now. Scram! I guess that was the voice. Guess we got no choice but to come back later, huh? Alright then. Let's go to Chuo Street. Seems like there's a bit of a commotion over there. Maybe they know something about the rumors. Want me to go ask? That'd be great. Thanks. Hey, what's up? Did something happen? Oh, if it isn't Azami. I don't know if you've heard, but 15 minutes? Damn. Welcome back. Man, once they get started, they never stop talking. Anyway, nothing about your mum, I'm afraid, but they did have some interesting things to say. Interesting things. Do you want the normal news first or the worrying news? How about the normal news? So we got a bunch of tourists visiting right now as usual. But what's really got people talking is that there are 2 foreigners among them today. Oh, really? I hear the Issei Grand Shrine seats a lot of foreign visitors, but it's unusual for them to come to the outlying islands like this. What's more, it seems they've been going around asking a bunch of questions. And get this. Apparently, they said they've come here looking for mermaids. Mermaids? Curious, right? Yeah, right when we were looking into them too. And that's not all. For some reason, they were asking about your mom, Mari Minakuchi, too. What? But why would foreign visitors be asking about my mom? Seems like people think they're pretty shady. I was told not to go near them and everything. No, I definitely want to hear what they have to say. I wonder where they are now. They're probably still on Kamishima at least. Though the question is where. Well, I guess if we see 2 Westerners around, we'll know who they are, eh? Apparently they're an older man and a young girl. Yeah, I'm sure we'll know them when we see them. I hope we manage to find them. Let's hear the worrying news. Okay then. There are reports that 2 armor divers have gone missing. Apparently both cases were around Ijika town on the mainland. Oh, were they diving accidents or something? I'd guess so. Seems it's still under investigation though. The sea hasn't been that rough lately. But I guess it is a dangerous job, so you never know what might happen. Still, 2 armor divers going missing one after another is pretty unusual, so it does make you wonder. It wasn't that long ago there was all that talk of human bones being found in the sea near Toba, you know? I remember that, yeah. Isn't that also near Ichika? Maybe this is why Chie was going on about bad omens. Yeah, it's definitely worrying news. Okay, looks like that's all the info we're going to get around here. Let's try going somewhere else. The clock. Tell me about the time. It's 7:26 p.m. in the afternoon. Well, if it isn't Shotaro. Hey there, you two. Just the men I wanted to see. You wouldn't happen to have seen Sato around, would you? Sato? No, I haven't seen her today. She was supposed to meet with me earlier, but she never showed. She didn't show? Did something happen? Oh, I'm sure it was just because of my old man's ridiculous request earlier. Honestly, I don't know what he was thinking. Still, he really has been acting off lately. Can't believe he'd say something like that. Is something wrong? Oh, pardon me. It's nothing for you two to worry about. By the way, Yuza, I hear you've become an armor diver. Yes, but I was told to stop, so I'm currently on extended, if not permanent, leave. Oh, don't let it get to you. I, for one, think you should go for it. I imagine everyone's been using your mother as an excuse, saying she brought bad luck to the island or some such. Wow, that's exactly it. Do you know why everyone keeps saying Yuza's mom was a bad omen, Shotaro? Ah, yes. What was it again? Something about her being the Raging Waves curse bearer? The what? Raging Waves? The Raging Waves curse bearer. Raging Waves is, well, exactly what you think it means, and the curse bearer has the power to call forth that calamity of the sea. My old man was going on about it earlier, but it's probably just superstitious nonsense. Don't pay it any mind. Ah, but I really should get going. Let me know if you see Sato, okay? See you later. Don't just tease the curse like that. Ah. I'm pretty curious about what Shotaro said. Yeah, the Raging Waves curse bearer, huh? Did people really see my mum that way? Maybe we should ask Mr. Wakamura what he knows. It's worth a shot at least. Anyway, let's keep moving. Alright. Firstly, Torii Gate. We gotta give Chie some time to get out of there first. Oh, it's these two. Huh? Ah! Tsukasa? Sato, what's going on?
Well, I'm sorry. I can't explain right now. Tsukasa, come on. We're drawing too much attention here.
Hey. What was that all about? Something was definitely up with them. Yeah, they practically ran off when they saw us. Tsukasa was crying? What the hell could have happened? I'm worried too, but Sato said she can't explain right now. I'm sure that means they'll tell us what's up later. True. We shouldn't grill them if they're not ready to talk about it. Still, I get the feeling we probably shouldn't tell Shotaro we saw Sato here. Yeah, let's keep this to ourselves until we learn a bit more. Alright, now it's time. I'm pretty sure I've given Wakamura a voice already, but I have a voice in my head, so I don't care if that's the one that I already gave him. Ah, old man Wakamura. You mind if we ask you something real quick? It's just one thing after another today. What now? Azami and the Minakuchi boy. I heard from Chie you two went out into the bay to do some diving earlier. Well, I've got a bone to pick with you, and there's no time like the present. Okay. So, boy, you serious about wanting to become an armor diver? Huh? I thought at first you'd come up here to get my permission to dive. But now I hear you've been running around looking into Mari Minakuchi. What's the meaning of this? Ugh. It's not like that. I really do just want to become an armor diver. Don't hide the truth. Bah, a likely story. I'll bet you're looking to clear your ma's name just to get everyone off your back. Am I wrong? Anyway, my point is, no more sticking your nose where it don't belong, got it? And most of all, no becoming an armor diver. Oh, shit. Why is his name Shinobu? So, if I give up on becoming an armor diver and fall in line, will you tell me about my mom? All this sniffing around you're doing sure ain't falling in line, that's for sure. Besides, you should be asking Tsuyu about all this business, not me. She's gotta know more than I do. Oh? So Tsuyu really does know more than she's letting on. Friend said she doesn't know anything about my mom, though. Huh. So she even said that to you? What do you mean? Well, I don't know that much myself. Tsuyu's always been tight-lipped about Mari Minakuchi. Where she came from, what her deal was. So you've been saying Yusa's mom was to blame for that massive storm, even though you don't know for sure? Tsuyu ain't said nothing to deny it. Speaks for itself, don't it? If you don't like what you're hearing, you should go ask Tsuyu about it yourselves. Okay. Mr. Wakamura, what is the Raging Waves curse bearer? Where'd you hear about that? It's gotta be Shotaro. Boy never could keep his mouth shut. We heard it's some sort of curse that whips the waves into a frenzy. Did something like that really exist? It does. The Southern Sea disaster 5 years ago was caused by that very same curse. The curse of the Raging Waves? That's what Benoit Blanc told me, in this very voice. Your mother, Mari Minakuchi, was the one who brought it down on us. That storm was no natural disaster. It was entirely preventable. If we'd only stopped her from going to the bay that day, Kamishima wouldn't have had to suffer such a tragedy. What? My mom would never have done something like that. Just because you don't remember don't mean she wasn't up to something out there. As to whether it was intentional or not, who can say? But it don't make a difference either way. I don't get how you could say Miss Murray was a curse bearer or whatever if you didn't know anything about her. Do you have any proof? Proof? I got the words of a trustworthy sorcerer backing me up. That's all the proof I need. Come on, man. A sorcerer? You're basing all this on what some woo-woo wizard said? Give me a break. You can believe what you like. Don't change the fact that curses and spirits are as real as anything else. I don't have time to butt heads with you two, but I know what I'm saying is the honest truth. Looks like there's no point trying to change his mind. Old man's as stubborn as a mule. So you really think there's a storm coming, and that storm is caused by a curse? Course I do. Some fellas that said they were with the police dropped by to warn me about it yesterday, in fact. The police? Why would the police be warning you about a curse? I reckon they were just phonies trying to take advantage of the curse for their own benefit. But even you two must have noticed that rumbling coming from the sea over the last few days, right? That's proof the curse of the Raging Waves is getting stronger. So that's why you've been telling everyone to stop taking their boats out and prepare for a storm? Sure is. Naturally, I can't just come out and say it's 'cause of a curse. There's no telling when or where it'll rear its head. It's too dangerous to go on the water in these circumstances. Even so, we'll have to take our boats out again eventually. We can't keep off the sea forever. Oh god, can I have my chair in the right place? You're damn tootin', which is why I gotta find a way to stop the curse as soon as possible. Why would a curse be affecting the sea around here, though? Seems like you two still don't believe me. Fine. Let's see if this'll change your minds. A long time back, there used to be another island to the south of here. Taishima, it was called. Taishima? This is the first I've heard of it. They say it was devastated by an earthquake and tsunami nearly 400 years ago. But the truth of the matter is that raiders overran the island and slaughtered every last one of the people who lived there. What? The murdered islanders' resentments gave rise to the curse of the Raging Waves. And the resulting storm and tsunami sank the island to the bottom of the sea, raiders and all. Is that true? That curse is still roiling about in the seas near here to this very day. Just one little push and that storm could come barreling down on Kamishima next. A push? Something that'd awaken the islanders' anger again, such as someone with ties to those raiders, say a descendant of theirs, drawing near to where Taishima was. A descendant? Wait, you're saying my mum was a descendant of the raiders who attacked Taishima? Sure am. And as her son, you share her blood. But how could that... Only natural everyone would see you as a bad omen, no? I really didn't want you back on the island, you know. You should be grateful I didn't have you shipped back to the mainland on the next ferry. You're telling me that's how everyone's seen User and these folks all this time? He's gonna have to get more Australian if I'm gonna do the same, like, timbre of voice. Are you saying the reason the curse of the raging waves reawakened is because I came back to Kamishima? Nah, there was signs even before you came back, so the direct cause was probably something else. That still don't change the fact you're a bad omen, though. How are you even planning to stop the curse? That ain't none of your concern. You just sit tight at home and stay out of my way. And I don't want to hear any more about you going out to sea. Are we clear? That's all I'm going to say on the matter. Should be clear now just how much of a danger you are to the island. Now get yourselves home and stay put. Seems like that's all we're going to get out of him. But maybe we could ask Suyu about what we just heard. She might be able to tell us more. Alright. We got the story. It's time to go ask about the story. Oh, was there something else you needed, User? By the way, Gran, we just went to talk to Mr. Wakamura, and there's something we wanted to ask you about. What was that? My hearing's been a bit off recently, you see. Oh, don't play dumb. Please don't say that. A lot of armor divers have ear problems, so it's not really a laughing matter. Someone has no sense of humor. So... Did you know that everyone thought Mum was the Raging Waves curse bearer? Wow. I'm impressed you managed to say that without stuttering. So you have heard of it before? Oh, drat. Me and my big mouth. He said Mum was descended from the ones who first called forth the curse, or something like that. And that's why everyone's so concerned with what I get up to. Is it true, though? Well, if you know that much, I suppose I can tell you, too, the truth. Oh. If I just rest up a bit, I'll be up and around again in no time. I want the two of you to come to the southern bay later, once the sun's gone down. Right. Thanks, Gran. You can't tell us about it now? I think it'd be easier to show you what I mean. Okay. We'll be at the bay at sundown. But if you're not feeling up to it, don't push yourself, okay? No need to rush now. I'll tell you everything later. You'll want to prepare yourself for this one. Okay. We're going out again for a bit, Gran. Got it. You two take care, okay? I'll see you at the southern bay at sundown. Anything at the jetty? This is where I came from, right? But I haven't technically been here. Oh, looks like Kikuko's back. Want to try talking to her again? Yeah, let's give it a shot. What voice did I give her? What now? I've had my fill of shady rumors for the day, okay? If you want to talk, let's talk about something fun instead. Something fun? Got any ideas, User? Well, how about this? You heard of the curse of the raging waves? Do you have any tips that might help when diving?
Why now? That's basically asking me to give away company secrets for free.
Oh, no, I didn't mean anything like that. Just the basics would be helpful.
The basics, huh? How about this then? Sometimes your foot can get caught in rocks while you're swimming, so you should always stay aware of your surroundings.
Ah, so being too focused on your catch can get you into trouble. That makes sense.
If you swim hard enough, you should be able to free yourself, so don't panic too much if it happens, okay?
Thanks, I'll be careful. If I'm ever allowed to go diving again, that is. Is that really a thing that can happen? Yeah, okay.
That's all I've got for now. If you want more tips, try asking Tsuyu.
About those boxes we helped you with just now. Was that the delivery everyone was expecting?
Yep. The latest Kamishima merch, hot off the presses.
I thought so. What do we have this time?
You want to know?
I'll bet Azami's keen to find out. He's always wearing that t-shirt.
Sure am. Gotta show the world how much I love Kamishima. Tourists seem to love that shirt too. You wearing it all the time should make for great advertising. Anyway, the latest addition to our souvenir lineup is this.
What is that?
A hand mirror? Bingo! A specially made hand mirror with a Kameshimaru design on the back. So, what do you think?
It looks great. Why'd you go with another hand mirror though?
Well, mirrors are a pretty prominent symbol of protection for sailors. It comes from the hope that the sea will be as smooth as glass, I guess. There are even regions where mirrors are used as offerings to the sea god.
Oh, that's cool. With all these people living on the island and surrounded by the sea, I can see why mirrors are seen as symbols of good fortune here.
And it's small enough to fit in your pocket too. It's both cute and practical.
Wow, you really thought of everything, huh?
I've actually been handing these out to armor divers around the island since yesterday. I told them it was a charm and that they should hang on to it for good luck.
Oh, so everyone has one. That's kind of nice. Another way to bring us all together. You're an armor diver now too, right, user? Why don't you take one?
But I... Oh, right. I don't know if it's okay to count you as a diver given what happened earlier. Like it really matters. We've got plenty, so you should take one too.
Ah, thanks. Sorry for the trouble. A hand mirror.
It's no big deal. I don't want you to feel left out or anything. I guess that means Azami's getting one as well. Here you go.
Wow, really? I'm always down for more Kameshimaru merch.
Sure thing. Keep it safe and sound in your pocket, and maybe it'll keep you safe too.
Nice.
Everyone else was really happy to get theirs too. Even your grandma seemed to like it, user. Said she'd be sure to use it from now on.
Really? I'm glad to hear it. Oh yeah, there's something I've been wondering for a while.
Yeah?
Were you the one who came up with the idea for Kameshimaru, Kikuko?
Nope, I can't take credit for that one.
All right, I forgot you didn't know, user.
Know what? At one point, the local youth organization was trying to come up with souvenir ideas for tourists. Tsukasa stepped up and suggested creating a mascot character for Kamishima. She even drew the design for it. Mascot characters are all the rage nowadays, you know? There are even mascots for the World Expo and the Japan Games.
Oh, I see. So Tsukasa drew this. I only heard about it after the fact, too. I didn't know she was so good at drawing. And it's not just a cute little turtle. The unique look on its face makes a big impression.
Yeah, the old guys here didn't seem too sure about it at first, though. But thanks to Azami's fervent endorsement, it ended up making the cut.
I just didn't want Tsukasa's design to go to waste, you know. She put a lot of effort into it.
I think it's a great mascot too, for what it's worth.
How interesting. I'm glad I asked. Kameshimaru, the
A mascot character created specially for Kamishima as part of the local youth organization's efforts to boost the island's economy and strengthen the community. The design selected for the project was envisioned by Tsukasa Awao, a local high school student. As a symbol of Kamishima, it can be seen on a wide variety of merchandise sold in shops on the island, including keychains, flags, and hand towels. A surprising number of tourists have found themselves charmed by the turtle character's peculiar, sleepy expression, enough so that its merchandise is often in short supply. Nice. Yeah, have you heard about these people? By the way, have you seen the 2 foreign tourists that was supposed to be visiting today? Wait a sec. Foreign tourists? Here? Today? No way! What did they look like? Did they have blonde hair? Were they cool? I'm not sure. We don't know that much about it. I guess that means you haven't seen them either, though. Yeah, I guess they didn't come this way. Hey now, you two had better not be thinking of following them around the gob. You don't want them to think we're all unsophisticated louts out here, do you? Weren't you just asking whether they were cool or not? I don't know what you're talking about. But if you see them, you'll come and tell me, right? Right? Okay, we will. Man, I sure hope I run into those foreigners before they leave. She's not even trying to hide what she really thinks anymore. Did you go diving today as well, Kikuko? Oh, you mean that whole thing about how we're supposed to stay out of the sea? No one I know is paying attention to that. I took a boat out into the bay from the northern shore, but didn't end up with much to show for it. The North Sea, huh? Did anyone go with you? No, I went by myself. Why do you ask? Oh, no particular reason. Just taking notes for later. I see. You're really serious about becoming an armor diver, huh? It'd be a real shame if you couldn't become one with that enthusiasm. I'd like to help, but the timing's not really the best right now. It's okay. Any information you can give me is help enough. Sorry. I'll help out when things have died down, okay? By the way, Yuza, how much practice did you manage to get in today? Enough to be able to do most things comfortably, I think. For sure. I can tell you've improved a lot just from the way you carry yourself. You must have a real talent for diving if you were able to improve that much in just one day. Wow, it's pretty impressive you can tell all that by looking at him. Hey, I thought of a way I can show my support. If you manage to get a high score of 2,000 points in one diving session, I'll give you a special prize. I'm pretty sure I already did that, actually. What was your highest score today again? Let's see. I think it was 2,246 points. Oh, wow. You really did it. I sure did. That's amazing, Yuza. Guess you've earned yourself a prize. Here you go. A rare bird sticker I found while diving the other day. Oh, yo. Is that Albatross Boss? Shit, it's him. Hang on. Oh no, I have to go back to the story chart. You lucky dog. I didn't think you'd get a new Mockingbird sticker so soon. Looks like a rare one too. Oh, it's a rare doodah right there. Oh, really? Nice. Once you become a proper armor diver, I'll tell you all the good diving spots I know. There's a bunch of Kameshimaru merch now. Keychains, notepads, you name it. If you want any, just let me know. Have you heard about the 2 armor divers from the mainland who went missing? Of course I have. They evidently disappeared one right after the other. I guess it's a reminder of just how dangerous the sea can be. Hearing news like this is always pretty sobering. Do you think they were just accidents? Well, some of the other divers think it's a sign that something bad's gonna happen. But you should probably keep quiet about this, user. If you start bringing it up, people will get suspicious.
That's probably true, yeah.
Personally, though, I think they were probably just unfortunate accidents. I hope they're both found safe and sound.
Have you ever heard of the Curse of the Raging Waves?
No, never heard of it. What is it? Well, we went to talk to Mr. Wakamura just now. Wait, so you mean the disaster 5 years ago was caused by some curse? And that same curse is going to cause the same thing to happen again? So it seems. The hell's he on about? Trying to pass things off as some occult tripe? Don't tell me you two believe that rubbish. Well,
it did seem pretty believable.
Oh, please. He's obviously feeding you a load of nonsense. I don't know if you two are aware, but there are rumors the old man's been really into this shady sorcerer recently.
A sorcerer?
Yeah, some sort of miracle worker over in Tokyo or something. Apparently he'll do anything they say. That's probably why he's going on about curses and stuff. Shotaro did say he's been behaving oddly recently. Even Shotaro thinks so? Then that's got to be it. So it's just a hoax? You shouldn't pay any mind to that hogwash. Besides, doesn't it bother you that he's trying to pin the disaster on some sort of crazy curse? Oh, was that all? I'll be getting back to work then.
Alright, see you later. Where else can we go?
Back to town?
I don't think we're gonna get any more info here. Let's try somewhere else.
Back at the town clock. Oh shit, it's Chie.
Chie.
You two again? Still wandering around poking your noses into business you shouldn't be? How's about you stop messing around and just give up already? Nothing you do is gonna make me change my mind. I'm saying this for your sake as much as anyone else's, Minakuchi boy. Try to understand my position, eh?
For my sake?
You managed to survive that disaster 5 years ago. Some would call it a miracle even. Wouldn't do to see that miracle go to waste, would it? Maybe I flew off the handle a bit earlier. Ended up coming off a bit stronger than I meant to. I can't tell you anything about your mother, but believe me when I say it's best you let sleeping dogs lie.
Is this about how Yuza's mum caused that curse? The curse of the raging waves or whatever?
So you already know. Heard it all from Shinobu, I'll wager.
Do you believe in the curse, Mrs. Chie?
Of course I do. At the very least, I know it's not some old wives' tale. I'm not saying you have to believe it too, though. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to talk bad about the woman or anything, but there was obviously something up with Mari Minakuchi 5 years back. She always seemed anxious and on edge. Then the disaster struck. Might be I'm just reading too much into it, but I can't shake these doubts of mine either. I said it before and I'll say it again. No diving. My stance there hasn't changed a bit, you hear me?
Damn. Guess that's that.
By the by, where'd you go diving today?
Well, Yuza wanted a particular spot, so we went about 5 kilometers south of the island.
Say what? What were you thinking, diving in the Southern Sea of all places? You've got even less sense than I thought. You know full well that everyone avoids that area because of the disaster 5 years ago.
Yeah, I know. But Azami and I both lost family in the disaster too. We wanted to take the chance to pay our respects.
Well, I can't say I don't get how you feel. But that strange rumbling I told you about is coming from the south. Just do me a favor and stay away from the sea, all right?
All right.
Ain't gonna get nothing from me there.
Shit, okay. Oh, I always forgot to ask. Have the 2 foreign tourists come by here at all?
Sure did. Saw him just now, actually.
What? Do you know where they went?
Looked like they were headed to the lighthouse from what I could tell.
The lighthouse, huh? Gotcha. Kamishima Lighthouse. A lighthouse on the eastern side of Kamishima. The narrow passage between Cape Irago and Kamishima has long been known to be difficult to navigate, particularly at night. So much so that it has been featured alongside the whirlpools of Awa and the Ondo no Seto Strait in sailors' songs about the most feared waterways. Following its construction in the Meiji era, spurred by reports of warships striking reefs in the area, the lighthouse has continued to stand watch over the waters of the island, ensuring safe passage to all who travel them. Cute.
Don't go following him around just because we don't see many foreign folks around these parts, you hear?
Chie, we heard that 2 armor divers from the mainland went missing in some sort of accident.
You heard right.
Do you think that's a bad omen as well?
I do. I'm well aware of just how dangerous the sea can be, but 2 divers getting caught up in accidents and going missing one after another. That tells me there's something off with the sea itself. We all done here? You two should leave dealing with island matters to Shinobu from now on. Keep your heads down and stay out of trouble, you hear?
Okay, Chie, we're definitely gonna do that. Oh, well, that was something. She isn't a bad person at heart, but she sure is stubborn.
Yeah.
Time for a sippy. Make sure to drink water. A lighthouse, huh? Oh, looks like we found them. That looks like them, all right. Excuse me. Shit, do I have to give this guy a voice? You rang. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing Lurch from the Munsters. You rang. I can't just give him like a southern drawl again. Do my eyes deceive me? Could these young islanders have come all the way to talk to us? Welcome, welcome to Kamishima Lighthouse. There's not much here, but please make yourselves at home. Thanks for having us? Why is he the one welcoming us?
It's because most people here have been avoiding him. He's excited some...
this is not the voice that I...
It's because most people here have been avoiding him. He's excited someone finally wants to talk.
Oh. Anyway, we were wondering if you could spare a moment to talk. Wait, before you do, shall we... oh, God. Before you do, shall we play a game? I want to guess why you've come to talk to us. May I? Sure? It's probably safe to assume you know we've been making the rounds here asking questions. Indeed, it was most likely hearing such news that incited you to climb all the way up here to meet us, which means... I've got it. We've almost certainly done something to offend the good people of this island, committed some manner of ill-mannered faux pas. You must have come to tell us that the lighthouse is off limits to everyone except authorized personnel. Actually, no. Oh, she's yeeking out! He's yeeking out! Ah, the bitter taste of failure. And thus does my stint as aspiring detective end in ignominy. I'd say that whole show was kind of a social faux pas, at least.
Don't worry, he's always like this. He'll bounce back in no time.
I see. He must be pretty resilient. Since you didn't guess right, do you mind if I continue? Oh, asking my permission, are we? Well then, by all means, permission granted.
Thank you,
Ah yes, my name's Arnav Barnum. You can call me Avi as a sign of our newfound friendship. And also because I like it better. Shit. Tourist. I kind of wasn't expecting this guy. Okay then, Avi. Ah, such a pleasing ring to it. Now what can I do for you, young man?
Would this girl be your daughter?
Not quite. Miss Cersei Lunarlight here is a distant relative of mine.
Yes, Miss Cersei Lunarlight would be me. Nice to meet you.
Cersei Lunarlight. You couldn't get a more magical name if you tried, actually.
I'm Yuza Minakuchi, a resident of Kamishima, and this is...
Azami Kumoi. Nice to meet ya.
Yuza and Azami, huh?
The pleasure's mine. Wait. Minakuchi. Oh, so we've piqued your interest, have we? I'm a fantasy writer by trade, with a reach spanning the Atlantic, from Bonnie, England to vast America.
Not that any of his books sell at all.
That's right. For some reason, no one buys my novels. Quite the mystery, no? Alas, a fantasy writer has no need for mysteries. What's that? I earn more as an occult writer, so that may as well be my main job now? Humbug, I say. Stick a sock in it and mind your own beeswax. I see. In any case, I'm just your average free spirit. Footloose, fancy-free, and all that. What's that? You're wondering if my bohemian nature is the reason I remain unattached and unwed. Humbug, I say. Stick a sock in it and mind your own beeswax. You seem to be enjoying yourself. I am indeed. Why not give it a try yourself? 1, 2, 3. Humbug, I say. Stick it.
I'm good, actually. Thanks.
Impressive as it is, I can see doing this pose 3 times might have been a bit much, yes. This guy sure is hard to keep up with. At any rate, I recently found myself with a pressing need to visit your fair country for research. Fortunately, young Cersei here just happened to be studying in Japan and kindly agreed to accompany me as my guide. She's with Paranormal Affairs, right? Your guide? Indeed, she's quite the enthusiast when it comes to Japanese folklore and occult phenomena, and such a pleasure to converse with as well.
Iseshima is a deeply spiritual region, full of sacred places. I'd always wanted to visit. We traveled around the mainland before coming here, but this place stands above and beyond. My nose almost started bleeding from the exhilaration. Do you remember, Avi?
Wait, I haven't met the conditions to unlock this yet? What do you mean? Why give it to me?
In fact, I think it did a bit.
You must have been really excited, huh? Is this really that special compared to other places?
Of course. It wasn't called the land whither repaired their waves from the eternal world for nothing, you know.
The land with a what?
What's this? You've never heard it called that? It's said that Yamato Hime no Mikoto, the empress of ancient Japan, was searching for a suitable place to enshrine Amaterasu 2,000 years ago. She received a divine revelation that the waves around Ise province came from the eternal world, which led her to establish the Ise Grand Shrine. This eternal world is in a separate realm from the world in which we live. Some describe it as a perpetual paradise.
Whoa, you're gonna have to slow down there a bit. So, what does that mean exactly? We learned about it in our local history classes, remember? Oh, yeah, I think I remember, sorta. Basically, Issei's such a sacred place, even the ancient gods took a liking to it, right?
Exactly. It has such an enchanting vibe. Just being here is enough to have my nose gushing all day long.
But the residents wouldn't be feeling too hot if our noses kept bleeding all the time. One thing's for sure, though. You seem to really like Iseshima. As a local, I'm super happy to hear that. Okay, Arnav, nickname Avi.
Fantasy author and occult journalist whose books are published in both America and England, but they apparently don't sell well. Unmarried, he has apparently come to Japan in search for mermaids. Circe Lunalight is a young girl from England currently on exchange in Japan. She seems to harbor an ardent interest in Japanese folklore and occult stories. I forgot she was from England, like sometime between last time I read she was from England. I'm just going to keep giving her an American accent. I don't care. I mean, no, a British accent's really fun too.
Will you be staying on Kamishima tonight? If you need somewhere to stay, I know a few places.
Ah, we've actually already booked a guest house back on the mainland. We'll be taking the last ferry back after this.
That's a better voice, I think. Oh, I guess you don't have much time left then, huh?
So, what brings you to Kamishima today?
I'm glad you asked, young user. We were hoping to pick your brains on the topic as well. There wouldn't happen to be any legends concerning mermaids passed down on this island, would there? So, you really are looking for mermaids? Oh, indeed we are. You know what mermaids are, yes? I refer, of course, to the mythical half-human, half-fish creature.
Sure, we know that much at least.
Ah, then I may be able to provide a modicum of additional information on the subject.
Additional information?
Well, you may be aware that the typical Western mermaid is envisioned as having the lower half of a fish and the top half of a human woman. It's thought that this interpretation has its origins in another sea monster, the sirens of Greek mythology. Their claim to fame is surfacing near reefs and bewitching sailors with their beautiful voices. Andersen's fairy tale The Little Mermaid is a famous example of this type of mermaid. Indeed, it caused this image to enter common knowledge. Yeah, that's what comes to mind when I think of mermaids too. A typical mermaid, right? But the mermaid that appears in ancient Japanese folklore is quite different. This mermaid only has the head of a human, with the rest of its body being a fish. It appears it was seen more as an evil spirit or a yokai in nature. The legend that eating its flesh will grant immortality also implies that it was seen as more fish than human. Sure, that makes sense. People would definitely think twice about eating something that looked human, right? This isn't to say there's a difference in Eastern and Western interpretations of mermaids, mind you. One could rather assume that there are several different types of creature that can be encompassed by the term mermaid. After all, there are also reports of more humanoid or demi-human mermaids being sighted in Japan in later years. Different types of mermaids, huh? Personally, I think lumping the two under the same appellation is a mistake. After all, they're two different creatures that just happen to share the same trait of being half fish, half human. It leads to misunderstandings when conflicting stories get passed down, and then the whole concept gets treated as a cult malarkey.
I think I see what you mean. Listening to you talk about them, it sounds like you believe mermaids really exist, Abby.
But of course I do. After all, I didn't come to research mermaids. I came to look for mermaids. Bum, bum, bum!
This is all very compelling.
Isn't it? I think this is the first time someone's agreed with me on the matter. Alright, tell me about mermaids then. That brings me to my next question. You wouldn't happen to have any local info on mermaids, would you?
Unfortunately, I've never heard of any folklore about mermaids here.
I see. That would align with the answers we've received to our other inquiries this far. And it would seem our investigation has branded us as certified weirdos. Most everyone now turns us a blind eye as well as a deaf ear. Well, it's probably not just because of that. I mean, isn't there supposed to be a huge occult craze going on in Japan right now? I assumed everyone would be jumping at the chance to discuss cryptids. Pretty sure that's just a small group of enthusiasts getting worked up. Very vocal minority, yeah?
If you're that interested in the occult, what brought you all the way to Kamishima? Do you have a reason to believe mermaids could be found here?
An excellent question. I do indeed. More precisely, I had reason to believe they could be found around Taishima, an island that no longer exists.
Taishima?
Indeed. I obtained this information through personal research, so I imagine it's not common knowledge. But some say there were 3 mermaids, Sobai, Nagame, and Hayase, that felt so bad actually, living in the seas around Tashima 400 or so years ago. There's no way this guy pronounces Japanese correctly. 3 of them? And you even know their names? We didn't even know Tashima existed until today. It seems a deliberate decision was made not to leave any records of Tashima's existence, which would obviously lead one to believe something is being concealed. On that note, did you know that records remain of several other sightings of mermaids in Ise Bay? What? Really?
That's right. Legends about mermaids exist throughout Japan, and this region is no exception. In particular, there are reports of mermaids having been discovered in Tsu City and Ise City, both of which border Ise Bay.
Oh, I had no idea.
I've jotted down some notes on these legends, so please take a look if you're interested.
I'll take a look right now. Excuse me, Cersei, I'm just going to read this right now. The Mermaids of Betsuho. According to the Kokon Chomonju, a collection of notable tales, old and new, an anthology of spoken stories compiled in the 13th century, 3 mermaids were discovered caught in a fisherman's net in Betsuho in Ise province, modern-day Nakabeppo, Kawage town in Tsu City. The mermaid of Futami Gaura. There are a total of 6 mermaid sightings mentioned in the Kagenki, the ancient annals of Horyuji Temple, covering the latter half of the Kamakura period to the Nambokucho period. One of these entries describes a mermaid sighting in Futami, Ise province, modern-day Futami town in Ise city, in the 2nd year of the Enbun era, 1357. I hate this mouse. I scrolled down that whole time. The mermaid was subsequently named Enmeiju, a name composed of characters affiliated with long life. Ano Town's Yaobikini. Although the exact time period is unclear, legends tell of a girl named Osato from Kusawa in Ano Town of Age District, who became immortal after eating the flesh of a mermaid and went on to become Yaobikini, a nun who lived for 800 years. Oh shit, an 800-year immortal? The 3 mermaids of Taishima. While this information is not recorded in any literature, according to Avi's research, 3 mermaids, Sobai, Nagame, and Hayase, purportedly lived on Taishima, an island said to have sunk about 400 years ago. Interesting. Thanks. This is all very interesting. So, which type of mermaid are you looking for, Avi? Well, it seems a lot of the mermaid sightings around Ise Bay were fish mermaids. Fish mermaids? But the mermaids sighted around Tashima are apparently the human mermaid sort. So it stands to reason that any mermaids around here would be human mermaids as well. By human mermaids, you mean the sort that are closer to humans than fish, right? Indeed. The ones closer to fish, meanwhile, are known as fish mermaids. Or that's what I call them anyway. I see. I don't know whether that makes it easier to understand or more complicated. In that case, mermaids whose flesh would make you immortal if you eat it would have to be fish mermaids then, right? Another fine question. It is indeed difficult to imagine people eating the flesh of human mermaids. But I personally believe that human mermaids also have the power to bestow immortality on people. Oh, I wonder. How about another refresher on myth and legend? Are either of you familiar with a place called Ryugu? Ryugu? Is it related to the Ryugu Palace that appears in the tale of Urashima Taro? Oh shit, I've seen that play. I've literally seen that as a kabuki. Just so. It could well be considered the inspiration for the undersea palace in that familiar fairy tale. Whoa, I was right. The Tale of Urashima Taro. I love how all of these like classic Japanese paintings have like extremely descriptive titles. This is called Urashima Taro Returning Home from the Palace of the Dragon King, brackets excerpt. Long, long ago, a youth by the name of Urashima Taro lived in a village by the sea. One day, upon rescuing a sea turtle that was being bullied on the beach,
Taro was amazed when the turtle thanked him by inviting him to Ryugu Palace, the legendary undersea palace of the Dragon King, as a token of gratitude for his kindness. Ryugu Palace was a wondrous place with a beauty unlike anything found on the surface world. The princess of Ryugu Palace, Otohime, received him with great hospitality. Taro spent his days treated to elegant dances performed by sea breams and flounders, and satisfied by extravagant feasts, spending his days as if in a dream. After spending some time enjoying this luxurious lifestyle, Taro began to miss his village. He asked Otohime for permission to return home, and although sad to see him go, the princess granted his request. As a parting gift, she handed him a mysterious box, a tamate bako, but warned him never to open it. Thinking this strange, but agreeing to Otohime's request nonetheless, Taro accepted the tamate bako and set out back towards his village on Turtleback. Upon reaching his village, Taro realized everything was different. The house he had lived in was gone, and there was no sign of his parents or anyone he had known. What he had believed to be just a short sojourn in Ryugu Palace had in fact been several hundred years on the surface, and the village and people he had once known were no more. Overcome with despair, Taro turned to the tamate bako he had been gifted in a final grasp at hope. As he opened the box, a thick white smoke engulfed him, and in that instant, the hundreds of years that had passed caught up with him, turning him into an old man. Hang on. She has a box. I don't know if that's relevant, but she does have a box. The Ryu, dragon, surely refers to the god of the sea. It's not uncommon for deities associated with water to be serpentine in nature. This would then make Ryugu the palace where the god of the sea resides, the palace of the Dragon King. Huh, I had no idea Ryugu Palace was based on something else. Ryugu is known for being home to the priestesses who attend the god of the sea. These women are collectively referred to as Otohime. I'm gonna make him so bad at pronouncing Japanese, that's fun for me. Oh yeah, Princess Otohime appeared in the tale of Urashima Taro, didn't she? Yeah, but she was described as the ruler of Ryugu Palace in the fairy tale. So she was actually a priestess? A slight embellishment to make for a more interesting story, I assume. Hardly uncommon. There's also another interesting theory about the Otohime of Ryugu. It's said that they were half fish, half human women in appearance. In other words, they were mermaids. Oh. But what's that I hear you say? That's all well and good, but where is this Ryugu place anyway? You want to know? You're dying to know, aren't you? Very well then. Take it away, Cersei.
Ah, right. As a matter of fact, Ryugu is said to be the exact same place as the Eternal World I mentioned earlier.
Whoa, really? In other words, the sea around Issei, which is said to consist of waves from the Eternal World, is in fact the location of Ryugu. And Ryugu is home to the Otohime mermaids, right?
That's right. What's more, as priestesses who live in a land said to be an eternal paradise, it wouldn't be that odd if they had some sort of power to grant immortality to humans. Even in the tale of Urashima Taro, Princess Otohime displayed an ability to influence the physical age of other people using the tamate bako.
Ah.
If the story has its basis in the ability of mermaids to influence human lifespans, that power of hers makes a lot more sense, don't you think?
I see. So that's why you think human mermaids are able to grant immortality even without eating their flesh. Oh, you see? Intriguing, is it not? But how would you even get to Ryugu? What creature was responsible for bringing Urashima Taro to Ryugu in the eponymous tale? That's right, a turtle, or Kame. And what is the name of the island we're currently standing upon? Oh, Kameshima. And there you have the reason for our visit. That's so spurious, my dude. That's amazing. Amazing deduction. So you believe there might be some clue as to how to get to Ryugu hidden on Kameshima? Could Kamishima really have some sort of link to Ryugu? Tales of Ryugu, the abode of the god of the sea, exist in every area of Japan. Posited by some theories to be the eternal world of legend, it is said to be a perpetual paradise connected to this world via the seabed that bestows everlasting youth and unnatural longevity to those who live there. Some tales also equate Ryugu with the underworld, the place where the dead journey after death. The tale of Urashima Taro, about a youth who was invited to the seafloor palace of Ryugu as thanks for rescuing a turtle, led to Ryugu's name becoming widely known throughout the country. In the story, a princess called Otohime serves as ruler of Ryugu Palace, but Otohime originally referred to priestesses serving the god of the sea, who presided over Ryugu. Interesting. One moment. Take a drink. Oh my god, my throat is like it's giving up like slowly but surely. By the way, Yusa. Yes? You said your name was Yusa Minakuchi, correct? Yes, that's right. Are you familiar with an individual by the name of Mare Minakuchi? Huh? Mare Minakuchi was my mom. She passed away in an accident 5 years ago. I apologize for the indiscretion. My condolences. 5 years ago. You wouldn't happen to have inherited anything from your mother, would you? No, but what do you mean? Why do you know about my mom? Could she have had some sort of connection to mermaids? Well, this is more related to my personal research, so I can't say for sure. Please tell me. I'm also looking for mermaids. If you know anything, I have to know. Well now, you've certainly grown lively all of a sudden. Let's calm down a bit. Regrettably, the only lead I have is a rumor that suggests some connection between mermaids and Mare Minakuchi. A rumor? From where? Oh, you want to know? Well, I suppose you would, wouldn't you? Very well, I'll tell you. I heard it from a descendant of the islanders who used to call Tashima home. What? So someone survived the disaster that sunk Taishima and their descendants are still around today? Long story short, yes. Isn't it fascinating? This particular individual was also the one who told me about the 3 mermaids who were said to have lived on Taishima. I see. By the by, if you're also seeking mermaids, you must have some information of your own, yes? Surely this one-sided exchange of knowledge wounds your good conscience. Allow me to remedy that by accepting any information you have. Yusa. Yeah, this is our best lead yet. Let's share what information we can. You see, are you going to tell about the curse of the raging waves? Oh, so you were saved by a mermaid during the disaster 5 years ago. Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot about that. And you believe the mermaid in question might have been your mother? Yeah, I know it sounds pretty far-fetched. And I know some of it probably comes from me wanting her to still be alive. Oh, no. On the contrary. I find it very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Why, you ask? Why? There's a rumor about one of the 3 mermaids who used to live around Taishima. They say she took on human form several decades ago and has lived among humans ever since. What? No way. That would fit perfectly with our theory. Color me surprised as well. This is my surprised face, by the way. But it would be very interesting if that was the case. Sorry, Avi. I think I'm at my limit. Oh my. That bad, is it? Is something wrong? My apologies. As much as I wish we could talk more, it would appear we're out of time. I'm afraid we must bid you goodbye for today. What is going on with Cersei? Now that you mention it, if you're looking to make the last ferry, you'll probably want to be heading back soon. Wait, this is the most promising lead we've found. If you could stay just a bit longer.
Believe me, I'd love to continue our chat too. But the little lady's been feeling a bit under the weather ever since arriving here, you see.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You're not going to get another nosebleed. If you're feeling that bad, maybe you should stay for the night after all. Thank you. I'm just about holding the nosebleed in. But I really should get off the island as soon as possible. Ever since arriving here, I've had this feeling that some terrible calamity is approaching.
A calamity? You can't mean... I forgot to mention. Young Cersei here is a bit sensitive to things in that sphere, if you catch my drift.
Oh, okay. But
as reluctant as I am to part ways, we really must go. Many thanks for the information you shared. And never fear, we will be back tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
User.
I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Oh, Cersei.
Avi.
You rang?
If you happen to find any more leads on mermaids today, could you let me know as soon as possible, please?
Oh, I didn't expect you to be all that interested. Very well. If I hear anything else, I'll be sure to let you know. If you could give me your contact information, perhaps.
Thank you.
Here's my phone number. Man, that sure was a stroke of good luck. I never thought they'd have so much info for us. We managed to learn a lot, but it seems like getting any more from them today will be a bit tough.
I really need that information by tomorrow, though.
Are you going to say why, by the way? Alright, what about Torrygate? Are these girls back yet?
Guess no one's here right now.
Yeah, let's try somewhere else. Alright. Chuo Street? Anything new?
Looks like the sun's starting to set. Why don't we go over what we've learned so far?
Yeah, good idea. First, we learned that my mum was considered cursed by some of the islanders.
Yeah, they said she was descended from the person who originally called forth the curse of the raging waves, or something like that.
And because he thinks the curse is about to break out again, Mr. Wakamura is currently trying to find a way to stop it.
Not everyone on the island believes in it, though.
Kikuko and Shotaro didn't seem to believe in it at all, yeah.
We also managed to speak with those two foreigners who were looking for mermaids. They sure were full of surprises. And there's also that rumor about mermaids living near Taishima, a nearby island that was destroyed, and that one of them assumed human form.
I never thought we'd find something to support the idea that my mum might have been a mermaid. Whatever else we may have learned from this, the mermaid that I encountered 5 years ago may very well have been one of those three living near Taishima.
We also got some hints about where those mermaids might have come from.
Yeah, there's a good chance they originally came from an otherworldly place called Ryugu.
If they're in a place like that, I don't see how we could ever get to them, though.
What that girl said about a calamity approaching is bothering me a bit too. There's no way she should know about the curse of the raging waves, right?
Do you think that means the curse is real after all?
Oh. Azami, I just realized something.
Yeah?
If the curse of the raging waves is in danger of breaking out again, then wouldn't that mean its curse bearer is still around today?
Oh, damn, you're right. But your mum is, well, not with us anymore.
Mr. Wakamura seems to think I wasn't the direct cause of the curse reappearing too.
Yeah, he'd probably be coming down on you even harder if he thought you were.
So the person responsible would be someone who wasn't here 5 years ago, but is here now. Well, assuming the curse is real anyway.
Yeah.
Still, I really do wonder if my mum had some sort of link with mermaids.
I hope whatever Gran has to tell us shed some light on things. You mean what she's planning to tell us at the bay tonight, yeah? What's wrong? There's a bunch of noise coming from Chuo Street. I think I heard screaming. Let's go. Why? Why? Oh shit, what's everyone looking at? Oh shit, she's got to just D-colon. What happened? What's wrong? Tsukasa, what's going on? I don't... We were just... But then Sato just... Yuza, look over there. What? Oh boy. That's not what I expected to see right now. Sato? There's blood everywhere. What happened? She's not moving. Don't tell me she's dead. Sato just... Suddenly, we were just... but then she got... cut down. Whatever it was, we gotta get her to the clinic. Wait, what's happening? Whoa! Sato, her wound is... Oh? The wound is... gone? Sato! Oh, shit. Sato? Are you okay? Sato! What? Hello? Oh, shit. I didn't even make that connection. Hello? Oh, that's fucking insane. I love that. Oh. Albatross Boss, the leader of the Ocean Outlaws, a gang of hooligans who soar around the skies of a seaside town. His imposing size and taciturn demeanor have won the admiration of many birds, leading to his influence growing by the day. However, the truth is, he's not really thinking of much at all. His silence just happens to be interpreted in a flattering light by those around him. Albatross Boss. Definitely nobody thinks I'm as funny as I think that I am. Okay, what's going on here? Wait. Why is my Discord like fucking up? I need a second to just like get my bearings a little bit. What's happening here? Yeah, I can't... Wait, what? I literally can't send any messages. Okay. Weird Discord bullshit. I don't really want to leave it there, but also I'm getting kind of hungry. I should make like a food, and also I should give my throat a little bit of a break from voice acting. So maybe leaving it on a cliffhanger like that is actually kind of good. That could be enough Paranormasight now. But certainly I'm very excited to see what happens next. Oh my god. There are just too many mysterious people in this story. Like,
Why is Yumeko just a housewife? Why can't we go to this, by the way? This thing is not available yet. Oh my god. I wonder what the reading of Shiranami is. Because doesn't Nami also mean ocean? Like Shiranami. Well, don't give me the Shiranami. I don't know. Anyway, oh no, I'm just thinking of fucking League of Legends. Okay. I'm gonna take a short break. And then when we come back, I'll do some art. I'm gonna be drilling eyes for ages. If you know anything about how to draw eyes, I would very much appreciate some hints. But that can be later. I'll be back in a bit.